Without further ado, let us go to the Zoom machine and talk to the man that I was just talking about, the very popular, the very classy, handled the situation as best as possible, the crime fighting Kevin Holland, who's back on the program. Hello, Kevin. How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about you, my man?
I'm doing great. So obviously I would have started the interview talking about Saturday, but we have to start with what happened like 3 hours ago in your neighborhood. You actually stopped a car thief. What happened? Tell us what happened here.
I mean, I didn't really stop him because he got the car and the car was wrecked. But yeah, we caught up to him. We was driving through the neighborhoods. I was driving down the street. Some guy comes zooming out the parking lot. Some guy's running behind him. He's like, "Yo, he stole my car." So I was like, "Yo, I've been quarantined for a week. I didn't get to finish my fight. So let's go have a little fun." I bust a U-turn, start going after the guy. He turns out kind of close to the same street that my coach lives on. So I driving down the street. I'm on the phone with my mom. My mom's like, "It's probably a repo." I'm like, "Mom, if you see this car, you could tell it's not a repo." You know what I mean? So, I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna call the cops." So instead of calling the cops, I call my coach. I'm like, "Hey, there's guys driving through your neighborhood and he just stole a car." I'm like, "You should cut him off and we can catch him." And he's like, "All right, bet." So, knowing coach, he gets up, no shoes, no shirt, just a ball cap and some shorts. You got to have his hat, shook. So hops in the car. He's trying to find. He's like, "I can hear you guys, bro." So I'm telling him the streets. So the guy's like, you can only go left or right, and there's a house right in front. So he almost smashed into the house, but he hits the brakes just in time. He turns, he hits the tree, boom. So I get out the car. I'm like, "Yo, this is my moment." I run up on him. I go to grab the car, but then he puts it in reverse and he drives off. And I'm like, "Yo, all right, well, I missed that moment." I'm like, "You almost got me." Bet. So I go to get back in the car, but then I see a truck. So it turns out it's the guy who got his car jacked with another guy in the truck chasing this guy down as well. So I hop back in my car. I get to chasing them. You know what I mean? We get to following them. The guy hits the street. Boom, hits a little trailer that's getting pulled, with some lawn equipment and stuff on the back of it.
Wow.
So that totals the car. So once he totals the car, the guy gets out. So the guy pulls up in front in the truck to kind of block him off. I pull up behind, so the guy runs out. He starts going behind instead of going forward. He was going forward at first, and then he turns around. So then when I pull up, I grab my coffee mug because I'm like, "Yo, this time I'm going to be prepared." You know what I'm saying? Got my coffee cup. So I'm chasing down after him, and he reaches down because I goes like this. I don't know if he's saying stop, what? I go like this, the coffee mug, and then, hit him with a little sweep, get on top, knee on belly, hit him with a little, Khabib scarf hold. He was like, "I can't breathe." So that's when I picked him up, put him on the curb. I didn't want to be like the cop with the can't breathe guy. So I was like, "Fuck it, let's just put him over here." So yeah.
What the hell? I did not think it was that involved. You actually took the guy and tied him up and put him on the side of the street. I thought you just kind of stumbled on the situation. How long did this whole thing start to finish? How long did it last?
I mean, we probably about a good minute and a half. We were smashing down the streets. We hit about,
that whole story was a minute and a half. It sounded like a 15-minute ordeal.
Nah, we were going pretty fast.
Okay.
We were driving really, really fast up and down the streets. And I was just just call coach. Probably took, I'd say about a minute and a half. When your adrenaline's kicking, you always think it's longer than that. But I'd say about a minute and a half.
Wow. And you weren't worried that he might pull out a gun on you or something?
I had my coffee cup.
Okay. What does that mean?
I had a coffee cup. Literally, I had a coffee cup.
What does that?
I had to change my clothes. I kind of spilled stuff all over myself, but I had a coffee cup.
What does that have to do with the gun, though?
I was gonna throw the coffee cup out, Buy me some time.
Okay, that's smart. That's smart. And is he injured? He smashed into something. Was he hurt?
I mean, I don't know. He got out and started running, so I think he was okay. I hope. Okay. I mean,
Did you talk?
Shouldn't be that bad.
Did you talk to the guy who did he thank you? Does he know that you did this for him?
Yeah. So when I had my knee on the belly, the guy was really pissed. He was running up. He was about to soccer kick the guy while I was holding him down. So I kind of hit him in the stomach and was like, yo, chill. Don't hit this floor while I got him down. I was like, I'm gonna fuck you up if you hit him. So just and he was like, all right, cool. So it was smooth. It wasn't that bad. I think it was a cool morning. You know what I mean? Overall, I still got to do what I had to do. Kind of slowed me down. I was trying to avoid traffic going that way, so I really didn't avoid traffic. Just ended up being the same amount of time. Just had a little fun in the process. So
sure,
it was nice.
At any point, I saw, your coach posted this on Instagram. At any point, the cops, the thief, I don't know, the dude who had his car stolen, are they like, oh, you're the famous UFC fighter? Did they recognize you?
Nah. I don't think anybody realized who I was.
Oh my
It was pretty
God.
cool though. Nah, some random guys. So as soon as my coach shared it, I guess some guys were like working in the area and they like said decided to take a break. And they came over there and they were like, "Hey, Kevin Holland, how are you doing?"
Oh my
So I was like, "Hey." So
my
it's pretty cool.
Well done. Are you going to get like a Good Samaritan award or something? I feel like you should.
I mean, I don't know. I don't probably not. You know,
I'm going to
hopefully they just
call.
take away a couple.
Yeah, that would be nice. Have you ever done
That'd
anything
be
like
good.
this before?
No, no.
Wow. Amazing. Well done. That is incredible. So what a couple of days for you. I actually felt bad having you on the show because I thought maybe you wouldn't be feeling well. Your head is hurting, concussed or anything like that. But it seems based on everything that you accomplished this morning, you're feeling pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, I just needed 5 minutes. You know what I mean? When the headbutt happened, you just gave me 5 minutes, I probably would have been good. But I was on Corner Street, so who knows?
So, okay. So now looking back to what happened, I'm sure you've had time to digest and maybe think and reflect about it a little bit. How do you feel about how that whole thing went down, how it all transpired?
I mean, it is what it is. It's whatever. You know what I mean? It sucks. I mean, feels like a loss, but it's not really a loss. I don't know. If we weren't in the cage, it's a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, had I ran up on that thief and he headbutted me, boop, that's a
Right.
loss. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Were you out?
I mean, I was on Corner Street for sure. I mean, I was out on the way down, and then I remember like putting my hands out, and then all of a sudden I remember like he's on my back. So when I tapped out, I thought I was on the ground. I didn't think I was like standing up. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow.
But then I went back and watched the video, and I was like, yeah, I look like a drunk buffoon in there. I was like, all right, that's a bet. But yeah. So.
So do you have any recollection, like now, can you remember anything after the headbutt?
Yeah, I remember pretty clear after the headbutt. I remember tapping. I don't remember falling, right? So, but I remember walking to the bucket, spitting in the bucket, and being like, "Yo, that fucking sucks." And I remember just wanting to spit in the bucket so I didn't mess up the cage and stuff like that.
In your mind, did you think there was any chance, like, were you aware of what they were doing outside? And did you think there was any chance
No,
you might
I
have
was
been?
like, no, I didn't have no idea what they were doing outside. I didn't know what I got hit with. I had no idea. Somebody said a headbutt, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, that sucks. I was like, a headbutt. And I was like, well, I got choked. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think I would have got choked if I never got headbutt. But I'm not one to make excuses. So like I said, props to Kyle. If he feels like that's good enough for him, that's good enough for him. It's not good enough for me. Like I said, if I'd have had 5 minutes, I would have been like,
Let's go.
let's go.
So that brings me to what I was saying earlier. Miragliotta said he didn't stop it because you were fighting. He saw the headbutt, didn't stop because you were fighting. Then, of course, they made the right call, I think, and reversed it and turned it into no contest. I wish, for your sake and for the sake of everyone, even Kyle, he stops it. You get the headbutt. He stops it. He gives you the 5 minutes, and it sounds to me like you felt like after the 5 minutes you could have continued, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I got headbutted, right? And then how long after was I in the choke? I mean, of course I'm going to defend myself. You know what I mean? I hit the ground.
Of
I'm like,
course. Yeah.
yo, don't exactly know what's going on, but here I am. And I mean, honestly, I don't remember defending the Darce choke. I don't remember throwing up a fucking triangle. You know what I mean? I don't remember guard. All I remember is rear naked choke, trying to fight the choke, swallowing some blood, and being like, yo, I'm in a fucked up position and I don't know how I got here. So yeah.
So do you agree that it should have just been stopped in that moment and none of this would have been a factor? Like we could have avoided all of this had he just stopped the fight when
Yeah.
you got headbutted.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, could have stopped it then. You know what I mean? Could have, restarted. I don't know. So many different things we could have did. It's a
Yeah.
fist fight, It's like I would have taken it either way it went. It's like if they would have been like, hey, you guys want to run it after the Johnny Walker fight? I'd have been like, right on. Let's go.
That would have
You
been
know what I mean? So, yeah.
It seemed like you guys are cool with each other. Was it cool backstage? I know you did interviews and stuff backstage. Was everything on your end, like was everything handled the right way?
I don't have any animosity towards I don't feel like Kyle's ever said anything crazy or done anything wrong towards me. You know what I mean? We were at the grocery store together, him and his brother and his coach. They're pretty cool. You know what I mean? I had no problems with anybody over there, but business is business, and I feel like business is not fully done yet. You know what I mean? I feel like everything was going great until the headbutt. You know what I mean? So I was like, I didn't see him taking me down. I didn't see myself hitting the floor, So it's like how I got there, that sucks. Him getting my back and getting the choke, that sucks even more. But I'm not one to make excuses. So, it's like like I said, if he feels good about that, it's like I said, he can borrow my number until we fight. If we don't fight and I end up fighting somebody else, well, then that means somebody else gets a chance at that number, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that shit goes.
Right.
So
why do you feel like there's a chance they won't run it back?
I mean, I hope they run it back. I mean, I think they'll run it back. I mean, I heard somebody say that Kyle said he needs 8 weeks for a vacation, his brother's fight, and then, he'll get a camp after that. I'm like, yo, like, that Misha Tate card sounds good, November 20th. Yeah. That's still November 20th, right? I'm like, that sounds good. There's a few fights that fell apart, pretty sure there's some spots out there that we could fill in. I mean, I feel fine. I'm chasing down bad guys. I've turned into Chris Dawkins overnight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to go. It is what it is.
So to be clear, your top choice would be to run this back right away. But if he wants to sit out for a considerable amount of time, help his brother prepare for his fight, I think they're fighting December 18th, Chris Dawkins against Derek Lewis. You're not going to sit around and wait. You want to get back on the horse because you don't like the way this all sat with you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to get back on the horse. I definitely don't like the way it all sat. I feel like, no contest, we can run it right back. I mean, I'm healthy, he's good to go, I'm good to go. I understand his brother has business, but that's his brother's business. That's not completely his business. You know what I'm saying? Derek Lewis has a fight coming up. You know what I mean? I train with Bob. You don't see me saying, hey, I can't take any fights because Derek Lewis has a fight coming up and it's a big fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not the same because it's not my brother, but you know what I mean? We're all brothers in the game somehow, some way or another, right? I got plenty of guys that are training. We're all training for fights. We all get ready for fights. We all get ready around the same time. I don't have a big camp like that at my actual home base. So, I mean, I just don't see that's not a good enough excuse for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you think he'll?
I'm the one that got the big end of the headbutt. You know what I mean? I'm the one that should be sitting down talking about I need a break. You know what I mean? It's like you want 8 weeks. I understand 8 weeks. That leaves you enough time to go on vacation. You know what I mean? And do whatever you need to do. But it also leaves you enough time to train. That's perfectly fine. I still plan on going on my Jamaica trip, but I still also plan on training. You know what I mean? I still also plan on being ready for whatever comes my way. So it's like, they book me with something, I'm ready to go. Me, I like to fight.
You feel like he's trying to get out of this?
I mean, I feel like let's be real. Me personally, I do that. I clash into somebody. Boom. I realize what happened. I step back, you know what I mean? But I got that type of realization. I've been fighting for a while, you know what I mean? I clocked Buckley, realized I didn't have to go in any further. I stepped back. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess I just more realize what's going on. I'm more aware, So I don't know. I mean, I would have been like, yo, what are we doing here?
Right.
All right, follow up. Ref would have been like, follow up. I'd have been like, all right, follow up. You know what I mean? Then there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You know what I'm saying? You asked me how the fight was. I mean, I asked you how the fight was going before that. It was pretty in the air. I feel like I was showing exactly what I needed to show, and then I was about to just go ahead and get started. I had to prove that I could stop some takedowns to the rope. I was proving that, you know what I mean? And having a little fun at the same time. I was proving that I got pretty comfortable in the wrestling department, and I was going to get right back to what I do good. And we all know what I do good.
Right. So let me take it one step further, just because I feel like the door is open. Like, do you feel like that was a dirty move? Do you feel like he recognized that he got lucky and hit you in the head by mistake and then tried to capitalize on this when you're saying you wouldn't have done that?
Nah, I mean, shit, maybe my fault, right? He's from Philadelphia. I know the Philadelphia style pretty well. I should have studied more Bernard Hopkins videos. That's my fault, right? My fault. So, Well,
let me ask you then, what sits with you worse? A loss like the one against Derek or Marvin where it's just frustrating and you're getting taken down, or something like this where you were just getting started and, clash of heads, you get choked out. They were like the whole drama of it all. What's more annoying?
2021 period. You know what I mean? It's like, it's been a wild one. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I was saying in the interviews, it's like 27 28's been a fucking wild year. So we'll see how 29 is, right? Hopefully 29 is good to go. 28 ain't been so great. I always said 28 would be great, but 29 would be a crime. 30 would be a hell of a time. But, I guess I was a little wrong there.
How does it work, by the way, with the pay? You get just show money for that?
I guess. Yeah, probably so.
That's annoying. I feel like you both should get win.
I might get the keys to the city. I just stopped crime today. So
that's true. That's true. I hope you get the keys to the city. Good Samaritan. And it was a nice moment there. You were giving a shout out to DC. You asked him if he was happy with your takedown defense. You can hear him. So you're like, that isn't really a thing anymore where people are saying they can hear the broadcast. You can hear everything these guys are saying.
I mean, I just feel like I was on point that night. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I heard a story one time. Travis told me a story one time about like Floyd. He said like he was able to hear what the judges were talking about, and they were talking about some gambling or some game that was going on. And he was like, "Yo, let me know what the score." I got whoop whoop whoop, and I was like, "Yo, that's dope." So I heard that a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like 19 years old, I heard that. So now here I am, 28 years old. I've always just wanted to have that type of awareness. You know what I mean? While fighting, be able to hear my corner, their corner, and anybody that might be in the surrounding spots. You know what I mean? Just to take advantage of whatever's going on.
Yeah.
You know, just be fully focused. You know, because I do get easily distracted. So I have to be able to find my little things to help me stay tuned on what's going on here. And that's my thing. So, and everybody knows that's my thing. So to be able to hear everything that clear in my corner, I heard Steve say, "Yo, throw the elbow on the break." I didn't get a chance to throw the elbow on the break, but I knew next time we had the break, I was going to be looking forward to it, you know? So it's like, you know, I heard Suge when I threw the big right hand, he said, "Throw it, but don't throw it like that." So I was like, "Yes, sir." You know, I knew to set it up a little differently. And so I was looking to bang the hook, and then I was going to bang the upper, but, you know, so. Yeah.
I guess no one wants any fight to end this way, but with you, there was so much anticipation going into this fight, right? To see what you had learned with Johnny, a bit of a time off, 6 months in between fights for you. I can feel the frustration just kind of oozing out of you now because no one wants any fight to end that way. But to go 3 minutes after all this talk of the new Kevin Holland and what you learned in Hendrickson, I can imagine how, you know, annoyed you are right now. Like you probably would, if they called you to fight this weekend, I'm assuming you're taking that fight this weekend, right?
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like Hendrickson lives. I mean, I was out there, I was balanced. I was, you know, I was doing everything I needed to do. I didn't even have to like add the extra little bump and ump yet. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't even like diving and thriving at the legs yet. He was just simply going for the body lock. And I just had to do a little schmuck. That's all I had to do to keep it going. It was like, it was so going so smooth and so perfect. And then all of a sudden, you know, crash.
Did you like having Johnny in your corner?
I actually, yeah, I actually pretty much enjoyed the whole setup. I mean, there's a few little things that I would tweak here and there, you know what I mean? But I actually enjoyed the whole setup. I think it was wonderful. I think, man, it'd be nice to add some extra bodies and stuff like that into the camp. You know, that would be love. But yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, it was nice having them there. It's nice having them the whole time. It's been wonderful. And then being able at the end, I was able to go back to Travis's and start doing my jiu-jitsu again too, and be able to combine everything all together. It's been nice, you know, and now knowing how to like bring everybody and just tie it all in at one time. You know, I got two legends of the sport, one at another time, and now hopefully I can put place at another time, you know, if I can avoid headbutts and takedowns.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
my bad about that.
No problem.
If I can avoid headbutts and takedowns, you know, we'll be good to go. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
And you know, you said in the post-fight press conference that you're no stranger to headbutts, but then you kind of stopped yourself. Something that happened in high school with a headbutt and
Yeah, that's how I got kicked out of high school. I headbutt the security guard. You know what I mean?
Why?
Yeah, first time experience doing a hall. I mean, it was an accident, bro. He grabbed me from behind, and when he grabbed me from behind, I just chunked the head back. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I see what happens when you're on the worst end of it. It fucking sucks, right?
Why did he grab you?
I was just, you know, I was a bad kid, bro. I was just doing too much at the time.
Okay.
You know? Nothing like the Samaritan I am today.
That's right. What a full circle story for you. How long did you spend in juvenile hall?
Not long. That first time, they let me out in like 3 days. Easy 3 days. I didn't shit for 3 days.
You didn't? Yeah, you kept it in. And you say that first time, so you went multiple times?
I was a bad kid.
Okay. All right. And now look at you. Stop. I mean, this is great. You're a real life hero. You're an inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want nobody taking my shit. So therefore, when they're taking somebody else's, I'm like, yo, don't do that. So
that's right.
I just try and, I try and keep it all good over here.
I feel like all this time you spent with Johnny Hendricks, who's a cop now, maybe has rubbed off on you to try to take things into your own hands.
Don't say that. My boys would be mad at me.
Well, I mean, no, like to just try to, keep the streets safe.
Well, a carjacking's a carjacking. My green machine got stolen not too long ago. So it's like, as soon as the guy was like, yo, he stole my car, I was like, yo, somebody stole my green car. So I was like,
someone stole your car where? Outside your house?
No, I was on the side of the road, bro. It broke down, and I had an appointment to get to, and so in the midst of going to the appointment and getting back to the car, it was gone. I called insurance and told them to tow it, but insurance didn't move fast enough.
Damn.
Shame on you. Shame on insurance.
And any sign of it?
No. It's been like what? It's been like 2-3 months now. No car.
Damn.
No car.
A lot of things
No
happened
car.
to you
No
this
car.
year, Kevin.
It's been a real win of a year. I mean, I guess blonde Derek Brunson happened to me. Oh, P.S. Tell Derek Brunson you don't get uppercutted by Jared.
Don't get uppercut, you said, right?
Don't get uppercutted by Jared.
You want him to win?
No, of course not. But don't get uppercutted by Jared. Then for sure you'll lose. You know?
Right. Of course. You think he wins that fight?
Yeah. I mean, Blonde Brunson can do whatever Blonde Brunson wants to do, right? Blonde Brunson is a superhero. I see you got all these little bobbleheads on your little thing right here.
I need it.
And I see like right there a spot for Blonde Brunson. So yes,
that would be
put
nice.
Blonde Brunson.
I will ask him to hook me up with one. All right, man. Well, you handled this so well. Like to show up to the press conference, to say everything that you said, you're giving him the props. You're saying like a lot of people wouldn't handle it this way. And that to me is a victory. I think you probably gain more fans as a result of this. I know you probably don't care, but it just feels like despite the loss, despite the frustration, even what happened today, your stock continues to grow. You're proving that you don't have to win fights to become more popular.
Yeah. But winning fights, you become way more popular. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys win your fights. Don't take after Kev, boys and girls.
And probably richer as well.
Yeah, you get a lot richer when you win fights. Look, Kyle, we need to run that back, man. I know you're not happy with half the purse. So let's go ahead and let's run that back before Christmas, buddy.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So that's the message.
Yeah, I'm Santa Claus. You know, and if you don't want to run it back before Christmas, Jocko looked pretty good in his fight. Let's run it with Jocko. He kept looking at me all funny all week anyway. So
okay,
let's go with Jocko. Ask for that before anyway. Somebody throw a raffle ball in there, lottery ticket. Let's just see what happens. You know.
What, he was mean mugging you?
I mean, he was a nice guy. I mean, I feel like we always do the size up. We always try and see what one looks like and what the other looks like, what it could be. You know, I know I've mentioned his name before. I know he knows I mentioned his name before. So, you know, I know we tend to see what the bone density and, you know, the leg structures and things like, you know, and you know, everything matches up well. So something of the standards. Something of the standards. You know, a wrestler. Give me a wrestler so we can continue to prove that Hindustand lives.
Let's go. And out of the Apex, are we tired of the Apex at this point?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be really refreshing to get something besides the Apex, but you know, it is what it is, bro. Like I said, I'm a worker. I'm a company man. I try and do whatever's asked.
Okay. Well, props to you, Kevin. I'm happy that you're okay. Well done on this morning as well, and really sorry that happened. It was hard to watch. Like you really you went down pretty hard, and that looked like
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I watched
pretty damn bad. It looked
wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Just needed 5 minutes, maybe even 2.5. You know.
Well, I hope you get the fight, and thank you for doing this as always, and good job this morning. Appreciate it, Kevin.
Thank you, brother. No problem. Pleasure,
we'll talk
talking
to you soon. Yes, there he is, Kevin Holland.